My sisters and brothers, I greet you all with the love and peace of the Lord. I invite you to meditate together with me on the 30th Sunday, 25 October 2020. The focus of our reflection: in a world which is both love barren and love hungry, which abuses love so much and also needs the same so much, true love alone is the greatest remedy. Love is the greatest commandment. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. And the second is this: love your neighbor as yourself. There is no commandment greater than these. This is how today Jesus affirms in the gospel, speaking about the supreme and the greatest commandment, the norm of life. Yes, love is the summary and quintessence of all discipleship. It is the supreme command of the Lord to every disciple, a law which all must obey and follow, an indispensable norm which must guide the whole life of a follower of Christ. Jesus puts together love of God and love of neighbor as one single commandment. In fact, they are not two separate commandments which can substitute, which can survive one without the other. Rather, they are two inseparable aspects of one and the same law of love and are mutually inclusive. Love of God and love of neighbor support and complete each other, so much so that one without the other is incomplete and deficient. They are also mutually authenticating in the sense that one reveals and bears witness to the other. One cannot claim to love God totally and refuse or fail to love the other. In the same way, one cannot love the other wholeheartedly but lacks love for God. No one has ever seen God, but if we love one another, God lives in us and his love is made complete in us. 1 John 4:12. God is love. Whoever lives in love lives in God and God in them. 1 John 4:16. Whoever claims to love God yet hates a brother or sister is a liar. For whoever does not love their brother or sister whom they have seen cannot love God whom they have not seen. And he has given us this command: anyone who loves God must also love their brother and sister. 1 John 4:20 and 21. And now, how to love God? In what measures? The love that is demanded of a disciple is total and entire. It is with the totality of one's faculties, capacities, intentionality, and will. It is with the whole being, the entire person. There are no portions no fractions, no proportions, no concessions, no conditions, no percentages, no ratios. The command to love is imperative and not facultative. Jesus is never convinced or satisfied with half measures. True it is, one cannot expect perfection soon, immediately, as discipleship is a journey of progression and maturation on the road of perfection. But this does not mean that a disciple can continue with compromising steps. Jesus is very clear about the uncompromising nature of discipleship. One is either for him or against him. There is no neutral stand. You cannot serve two masters. You cannot serve both God and the world. To follow Jesus is a fundamental option. In an authentic discipleship, there is no room for compromises or convenient adjustments. In true and full love for God, there is authenticity, intensity, depth, and dedication. Discipleship is loving God in full measures. It is to love God without measure and without reserve. And then, how to love the neighbor? In what manner? With regard to loving the neighbor, the manner in which one must love is indicated. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Everyone loves one's own self. Here we need not enter into discussion about self, about its quality, whether positive or negative, about Jesus' injunction to deny self, etc. What matters in this context is the fact that there is self-love in everyone. The only difference between a true disciple and not a disciple is the disciple sublimates his self-love, surrenders his self-love to God's love, which constantly controls and regulates his self-love so that the end result is positive and productive. The reference to the golden rule in Luke 6:31 prescribed by Jesus can be of help in this context. Do unto others what you want them to do unto you. Certainly, everyone wants to be understood, accepted, respected, loved, comforted, appreciated, encouraged, and supported. If so, to love the other as one loves one's own self demands that we also should understand, accept, and respect others. And now the direction and the directive for our life. Let love be genuine and deep. Let love be our passion and devotion. Let love be our norm and test, because only then and only thus the society can be healed.